Hey everyone, Digital David here. Today in this video, I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing the CHIONE 50 pint dehumidifier with built-in pump. I did receive this product to review, but any opinion expressed in this video is strictly my own. That being said, if you're interested in this product, you want to find out more about it, the link to it will be in my video description below. You can see the nice retail box and packaging right here. This has coverage up to 4,500 square feet. So this is perfect for basements, bedrooms, your office, a garage, a bathroom, anything along those lines. And we can adjust the humidity levels from 35% all the way up to 85%. And this is Energy Star certified. Now let's go ahead, let's open it up and look at the package contents. Here are all the package contents. First up, you can see we have our owner's manual walking us through safety precautions. Then we have product preparation. Then we have operating instructions going through all the commands and controls and features of this dehumidifier. Then you can see our care and maintenance section right here. And then we have our troubleshooting section. Next up, we have our app installation and setup guide, walking us through full product tech specs, precautions, QR code to download the mobile app for Android and iOS devices. Or you can just search for the Net Home Plus app. Screen grabs walking you through step-by-step how to set up and connect your dehumidifier with your smartphone. And then we have all the different settings and features that are available within the app to control and use, which is really neat. Special functions, and then you can see that's it for that guide. Then we have our nice power cable manager right here. We have an included hose for the pump with a 1/4 inch outside diameter. And then last but not least, we have the dehumidifier itself right here. Let's go ahead, let's look at that in more detail. So you can see the dehumidifier from the front with their logo and branding, Energy Star certification, and our removable reservoir. So we can go ahead, you can see we can take that out right here. It's got a nice handle to easily empty everything. Now let's go ahead, let's press that right back in place. You can see we have our nice indicator too, letting us know when the reservoir is full. 360-degree rotating wheels, very easy to move this around. You can see our grip handle up here. We have that on both sides. Here it is from the other side, built right into the design. We can look at it from the back side. You can see our removable filter right here. We have our continuous drain option. If we want to attach a hose, we can do that. Then we have our pump hose option right here with instructions about how to connect the hose to it for use. You can see our power cable and cord. Very nice design, easy to move about with our handles right on the sides and the 360-degree rotating wheels. Now let's go ahead, let's look at the top. Here's a look at the top of the unit. You can see our control panel right here with all of our different buttons and indicator lights. First up, we have our power button, followed by our humidity buttons and our humidity display, timer with our on and off right there. Then we have turbo mode, continuous mode, comfort mode. Then we have our filter reset and Wi-Fi button, followed by our pump button right here. And we have a full indicator light and a defrost indicator light. Before we power on and try out the unit, I wanted to go ahead and get the power cord bracket installed. This is stored in the front bucket of your dehumidifier, so make sure to take that out and install it before use. You can see we already have ours installed. It just snaps right in. You just press it right in place, and now we can wrap our power cord around the unit. Let's go ahead, let's power it on, and let's look at all the different modes and settings that this unit has to offer. Now with the unit plugged in, we're ready to power it on. Here we go, it's gonna start right up, and everything's working great so far. Obviously, we have our humidity adjustments right here that we talked about before, but now we can dive into the couple different mode options and settings that we have. The first one is timer, so we can go ahead, we can push the timer button right here, and now we can choose in half-an-hour intervals up to the first 10 hours, how long we want it to run before it's going to shut off. So once we get past the 10-hour mark, it's going to go up in 1-hour increments up into 24 hours and then back to 0. And then within 5 seconds, it's going to activate. So in this case, after 24 hours, it's going to shut off. We can also turn the unit off and we can do the timer settings again. So in this case, it's going to be when do we want it to turn on. So within an hour from now, it's going to turn on automatically, which is pretty cool. So that's all set. Now we can go to the next option. So let's power it back on. You can see we have turbo mode right here. We can adjust the fan speed. So we have a max and a minimum. 2 different speed settings for the fan. Then we can turn on continuous mode if we desire. So you can see, here's continuous mode. And we can turn that back off. We can choose if we want that. And then lastly, we have the comfort mode. In this mode, we cannot adjust the humidity levels. If you do, that will turn off comfort mode, but we do have comfort mode right there if you want to use that as well. So we have those 3 different modes plus the timer. Now we're ready to set up our dehumidifier with the Net Home Plus app. So go ahead, download that app on your iOS or Android device. Once you create an account, sign in, you'll be at this home screen where we're ready to add a new device. So let's go ahead, let's click the plus icon to add a device. Keep in mind this will not work with 5 gigahertz network. You will need to use a 2.4 gigahertz network. Select OK. Now we can choose our appliance type. In this case, it's a dehumidifier. Make sure it's plugged in, then select next. Now we need to hold down the filter button for 3 seconds until the device displays the word app, which we've already done. It will beep and then have AP on the screen. Then select next. Now we're ready to go to our Wi-Fi settings. Here we go. We actually got a prompt right on our screen. So let's go ahead. Let's join that network right now. Select join. And now we're ready to enter our Wi-Fi information. So let's go ahead. Let's choose our network and enter our password and then select start configuration. Now it's going to work on connecting to our network. So there we go. Everything just set itself up. It took less than 30 seconds. Once it configured and set it up with our network, we had the option to change the name and then choose which room in the house you place the dehumidifier, and then it'll take you right back into this screen or your device's settings. So in this case, you can see it was successfully added. Let's go ahead. Let's select our dehumidifier. And you can see currently it's off. So let's go ahead. Let's look at all the different settings and features that we're able to control. First, let's start in the top right-hand corner. We can select those 3 dots. You can see we can set a schedule right here. So it's going to load. We don't have any at the moment, but we can choose a 12 or 24-hour schedule, choose hour, minute, on or off, which days of the week you want it to repeat, every day, weekdays, only once, or a custom schedule. And then you can see we have our settings right here. What do you want to do mode-wise, humidity level-wise? So depending on the mode, though, that'll have to change. And then our fan settings as well. And then you could select OK, and you're all set and ready to go. Give it a name. Maybe you have like a evening routine versus a morning routine, that sort of thing. So you can set your schedule. Next, we have the About section right here. We can view the device name. We can learn more about it. We can also delete the device as needed. Next, we have our shared QR code if we want to share this with friends or family members. Then we can go back out. We can view more of our device settings once we turn it on. So let's go ahead, let's turn it on. You can see there we go. Currently, we have low fan, 75% for the humidity. So you can see that right there with continuous mode on. Now we just turned continuous mode off. We also have smart mode. We can turn that on or off right there. And at the bottom now we can adjust our fan speed if we want to go from low to high. We can kick it up a notch. There we go. And we can also turn the pump on. If we had our hose plugged in, we could be using the pump right now. Let's go ahead, let's turn that back off. You can see we can turn smart mode off as well. We can go back to our low fan speed. And then we can adjust the level right here however we want, which is pretty cool. So down to 35, and then we can use our finger if we don't want to use the plus to set it wherever we desire. Now let's go ahead, we can power it down. And there you go, very responsive. So now you can see we have it installed in our basement right here. We're currently showing 36% humidity. And on our humidity meter, we're showing 36% as well. They fluctuate between 36 and 37%. But you can see right here, we're showing 36 and we're getting 36% on our humidity meter as well. So now we have the dehumidifier powered on and we have a full bucket of water, so it's throwing out the code P2 for us. That means that the bucket is full, no surprise there, and we're ready to empty it. Don't forget there's 3 ways we can empty it. Continuous drain, we can actually take the physical basket and bucket out and dump that out, or we can use the included pump. Say we want to pump it up to a kitchen sink or something like that. We just got to plug the hose in right here, and now we can start to pump it. I'm just going to pump a little bit of water out into this bowl so you guys can see the pump in action and know that it works. Let's go ahead. Let's initiate the pump right now. So here we go. We just turned it on. It's going to make a loud noise. That is normal. And now it's going to work on pumping the water out for us. We'll give it a couple of seconds to activate everything it needs to. So it took about 60 seconds for everything to warm up and for water to start coming out of the line right here. But check that out, guys. It's just a nice, steady, slow trickle with the pump. So you can see we're filling up the bowl. But it's not too strong or too powerful to really make a mess like a garden hose or a pressure washer or something like that. It's just going to have a nice, steady trickle to it so you can get this to a drain, maybe a kitchen sink, maybe even out a window or something crazy like that. But you'll be able to move the water wherever you desire with this pump. We got a decent hose length with it too, but you can always extend that out if you want. It's got that outside diameter of 1/4 inch. Just keep that in mind. There we go. There's the pump in action. It's doing a great job. The pump will only activate and work once the tank is full, so keep that in mind too. You have to have a full tank to be able to use it. But it's working great. So you can see we have the reservoir emptied now. The pump is able to pump about 1/4 of the water out of the tank. Then I was left to just manually empty the rest of it. For my specific use case, I'll be attaching a hose to the back and letting it drain continuously in my basement so I don't have to pump it or ever manually empty it, which is what I prefer. Overall, very pleased with the build quality and design of this unit. Really like how it looks, and it's not too loud. Also, the smart controls are great. It's awesome that we can use our iOS and Android devices to control the dehumidifier if we want to do it remotely. Comes with a 1-year warranty, and it has a great setting that you might not use often, but when you will need to use it, it will come in handy, and that is the auto restart mode. I really like the auto restart mode. So if it loses power, it's going to go back to the last settings that it had. So really a nice feature, really well thought out. The built-in pump is cool, but I'd like it to be able to pump all the contents out and to give us the ability to adjust the pumping speed. I think it's on the slow side of things, which is good. That's the safe bet. That's what you would want, but it would be nice if we could actually increase the pumping speed with this. And I think the last thing I'd want to change is just maybe even more smart controls and features built out into the app. I'm optimistic that maybe that can happen in the future, but at least right now we can control it very easily with the nice built-in control panel, and we can use our mobile devices to get some basic functionality as well. Overall, a solid choice if you're looking for a nice, smart 50-pint dehumidifier, and I want to mention this does come with a 1-year warranty. Well, that concludes our video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget the product link will be in our video description below. Please go ahead, check it out, and do your shopping from there. Any purchase made through that link helps support our channel at no additional cost to you. So we're really grateful and thankful for all of your support. While you're at it, can you go ahead and hit that like button for us? And subscribe to our channel. We have new content coming out daily, and we don't want you to miss anything. Please go ahead and give us a follow online and make it a clean sweep. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, Discord. You can message us on WeChat, check out our website, and join our free newsletter. Thank you guys so much for being here. Don't forget new content daily, and we can't wait to see you in our next video.